What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. Today we got a little bit of maintenance on the T7. Specifically, we're doing the bleed on the rear brakes. So I was out doing some riding with my buddy and went to use my rear brake and it's just not there. Like, it's just... So as you can see here, that is just way too much travel for a rear brake to be able to be done by hand. There's basically no pressure there, and that's pretty much the full stroke. My hunch is that there was still some air trapped in like the ABS solenoid from the factory, and that somehow when I was riding that got activated and jostled free. I'm not sure, but either way it's acting like it's got air in the brakes. So this bike is a 2025. I do not know if these rules apply to the previous gen, like the 2024 and previous T7s, but called, talked to the service department at a dealer. They said they didn't believe that there was anything special I needed to do with the ABS circuitry or the solenoids and whatnot there. So hopefully we'll just be able to vacuum bleed it and suck some air out and it'll work. First thing we're gonna do is come back here to the brakes. Okay, take the little rubber cap off. Set it somewhere you're not gonna lose it. Get yourself a wrench. In this case, this is a unique one. It's an 11 mil. I don't know why they chose the 11 mil, but that's what they chose. And then we're also going to need this hose. And a lot of these will just friction fit, but I find that they don't stay on. So I put hose clamps on the end of these. So put it on here. Okay, that's on there pretty well. Now I'm going to assemble the rest of my kind of vacuum system. You can get these vacuum bleeders for, I don't know, 20 bucks, 25, 30 bucks from Harbor Freight. And they work, well, mediocrely, but they work. So they get a little gauge, a little thing, and when you pump it, it pulls a vacuum. So the whole premise of what we're going to do here is we are going to pull a vacuum that will suck fluid out of here, and we're going to basically suck all the fluid up and through the bike and come back around. And hopefully in the process we're going to find some air bubbles. Alright, so I went ahead and took the side covers off here. Just keep track of your bolts, where they go. There's a little retainer clip here. So we're going to go ahead and remove that. And at least get it out of the way. Oh, that's cool. It's got a little divot there so you can turn it out of the way, access this without having to take the whole thing off. We have our brake fluid cap. I'm going to just crack that for now. Come down to your brake caliper and loosen up your bleed bolt. Okay, so I've got it, I turned it about a quarter turn. So I'm going to slowly start pulling. And as you go, it should suck fluid through and pull it on out. Now, while you're doing this, you got to watch your brake fluid and make sure you don't over drain it. So we're pulling the fluid down a bit. We're going to keep going. Okay. I'm going to go ahead and close that for the moment. Let's go ahead and put some brake fluid in here. Now, watch out. Brake fluid is very corrosive and will eat your paint. So don't get it on your paint. Alright, so get that. There should be a little rubber diaphragm in here as well. Take that out. Put that somewhere safe. Okay. Adds brake fluid. Now, we come back down here. Crack this back open again. And pull a vacuum.
And while you're doing this, you want to watch for bubbles. Okay, yeah, I just got a big cluster of bubbles. That's a good sign. See that air come through? Every drop of that air that comes through is brake pressure you're wasting. So, okay, I gotta close this again and put some more brake fluid in. You can see this is not exactly a hard process, it's just a slightly tedious process. You also notice this fluid is not a great color either. It should be pretty much clear. We're very close to it. See, more air, more air. So the other nice thing about vacuum bleeding is that when you pull a vacuum, those bubbles expand and get bigger, and so they're actually easier to pull through. So definitely some bubbles. Oh, that was a big one. Okay. And now, more bike fluid. Almost got ahead of myself and pulled too much. So fill her back up. Again, turn this, pump a few, watch your fluid, pump a few, watch your fluid. There's some more, there's some more. And this thing's full of air. No wonder the rear brake was useless. You'll also notice the brake fluid's getting a little clearer, which is a good sign as well. It means we're pulling that crap through. Crack this back open. This time I'm actually going to press the rear brake and activate that, and it should push fluid through. Do those a few times. Close it, let it suck new fluid. Open again. Pump it through, close it, let's suck new fluid. Open it, pump, push it through, close it. The nice thing with having this hose on here is means if it does suck back into the system a little bit, it's just sucking fluid back in. Since the hose comes up and over, that means if anything goes back, it's, you know, the air floats through and the oil gets pulled through, settles to the bottom. I think we are about good. Make sure this is sealed. Okay, so here's the little tip for you. This is the fluid that came out. That's the fluid that went in. Notice how that's basically clear. This is not clear. The reason for that is brake fluid is hygroscopic, which means that it attracts moisture, both from the air and anything trapped in the lines, etc. And then when you're braking hard and your brakes get hot, the brake fluid gets hot and then it boils the water that's in your lines, it turns to steam, and then your brakes fade, and then you have no brakes, and then you crash. So that's why you change your brake fluid, get the water out of it. The brake pedal has much better pressure to it. It's still not great, it's still a T7. Their rear brakes are kind of jello. Well, this is much better than it was. It actually has a brake now. So anyway, that's pretty much all there is to it. Quick little project. Hope you found it useful, and thanks for watching. We will see you on the next one. Bye.